Okay, today's goal is we are scheduling. You are all ready to get ready for your next school year. So our whole purpose today is to help you know the courses that you have available for you to take as a high school student and how you can go online and begin the online scheduling process.
And for some of you guys, this is stuff that we've already done because some of you guys are, with you guys being freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, you guys have already had the opportunity to go through this. So we just want to review some important information for you. First of all, first off is the vocabulary. We're going to talk about the classes, your semester, how much each class is worth, credits, your required courses that you need for graduation, elective courses, and then all the scheduling and optioning sheet information that you need. All right, so obviously you guys are either a freshman, sophomore, or junior. You guys are going into your sophomore, junior, or senior year. We know that you guys, what class you are. The high school is divided, obviously, into semesters. So you guys, as you guys know, it is a quick review. Each class is a semester long. You have some classes that are year long, but each class is divided. You get your credits based upon the semesters. Gym classes are worth quarter credits, and the rest of the classes are a half a credit per semester. When we're talking about year-long classes, as I said, one full credit. One semester classes are half a credit, and PE obviously is a quarter credit. So for you guys as a freshman, you need 5 credits to be considered a sophomore, 10 to be created to be known as a junior, and 15 to be a senior. And then you guys need 21 credits to graduate total over your 4 years. All right, so we have required courses and elective courses. What you guys are going to be doing is basically filling in pretty much your elective courses for the most part. The required courses are obviously English, Math, Science, and Social Studies. Your elective courses are anything outside of that. Don't forget, for all of you freshmen, you definitely need to have your 2 PEs and a health. Those are also required for graduation.
And if you failed a class, if you failed a math, an English, a science, or a social studies along the way, like your U.S. or your world history, in particular when we talk about social studies, those classes have to be retaken. Those are required classes for graduation. So remember that. If you failed a semester of any of those core classes, you must retake those classes.
Okay, so prerequisites. There are some classes that when you look through the Polaris, you'll know that they'll have a prerequisite. For example, for you to take one of the art classes, like a drawing one or ceramics, you need to have taken either exploring art or commercial art. Photo is obviously the class that you wouldn't need that, but there are prerequisites based upon what we have in the Polaris before you can take a certain class.
And the Polaris is online on the PHS website. That's where you can go to access that at any time.
All right, so now we're talking our scheduling materials. You guys are going to have the Polaris that's online, and then you'll have optioning sheets. And the optioning sheets you will receive
in the mail with your third quarter report card. You're going to receive a scheduling packet.
All right. And 2 things to remember: that you need to make sure that you're paying attention to the proper courses. If you're an NCAA and you're thinking about doing going through the clearinghouse, if you're playing a college sport, there are certain things that you need to take care of in certain classes that you need to have. Also, depending on if you're going to do an honors diploma and some of the other finer things that we have. But you guys are in control, and this process gives you guys the opportunity to select the classes that you want for yourself and for the next couple of years or for your school year. All right, choosing your electives. The most important thing you can do there is take time, and this is what a lot of our students don't do. If you really want to take advantage of the Princeton experience, you need to go ahead and you need to look and see what classes, plan ahead and see what classes you really want to take. Look at the department, look in the art department or the foreign language or whatever you're choosing for electives, and you need to look through and find out, are you interested in that type of class? Read through the Polaris, get online and read through and say, is this something I want to take? Does it help me get towards a goal? Read the descriptions and make sure that you understand everything that they're talking about. Check to see if there are any prerequisites, and also you can also kind of set up a plan for your courses for not only for this year but for the next couple of years.
Make sure you remember too, if you're taking a foreign language, that a college would like the language, it needs to be 2 years of the same language. You can't take like 1 year of American Sign and 1 year of Spanish and that count as 2 years of a language. It has to be 2 years of the same language.
Okay, the Polaris. Polaris is online, so we've got this way you guys can access it no matter when you have time. You can do it early in the morning, late at night, hopefully not during school hours when you're supposed to be studying, but the Polaris has got the first 16 or so pages, kind of gives you a lot of the athletic information, eligibility, talks about final exams, and a lot of the important things that you need, intricate details. And then from page 17 on is the individual departments where you can learn about your courses and kind of set up a 4-year plan or a 3-year plan or however many years you have left.
All right. So recommendations, you all will receive in your scheduling packet also your recommendations for the school year, next school year. You're typically right, if you're in honors, you hopefully would be recommended for the next year to remain in those honors classes. But it lists out there exactly what classes that you've been recommended for. You will schedule for 7 bells. So at the end, after you put all the information in, it should equal 7 credits. It's somewhere between 6 and 7 credits. If you have a PE in there, you'll have 6.75. So make sure you've listed your electives as well and alternate classes. It's extremely important that you put on the optioning sheet anyways your alternate choices for your classes.
And just a reminder, when you're filling out this sheet and you're looking at the elective parts and you're filling those sections in, look on the option sheet. It'll say a Y or an S behind it. If it's a Y, that means it would fill up a whole year, as opposed to a semester-long class that would fill up for 1 semester. That way, a lot of times we have students that'll put in a semester-long class and for both, and you want to make sure, or you put in a year-long class as just 1 semester. So make sure that you're looking at that and it can be as accurate as possible. Summer school.
Well, that information is stay tuned. We're not sure what summer school is going to look like this year, so here's the information, but it could definitely be different than what we have. So we won't go into a lot of this right now. We'll talk about this later.
All right, so you guys are responsible for choosing your electives and scheduling online by April 9th. I'll say it again. You are responsible for choosing your electives and scheduling online by April 9th. You must turn in your optioning sheet, the ones that are going to be sent home with your packet, the packet that comes in the mail with your electives and alternates, and it's due to your English teacher on April 10th.
Actually, your counselor, the high school kids are going to turn theirs into their counselor, either the upper house or the lower house counseling office. Just that optioning sheet needs to be signed by your parent and by you, and with phone numbers where we can reach you all. So when you come back from spring break, you can make sure that you turn those in.
So don't forget, when you guys are laying on the beach and having your fun over spring break, that you make sure that when you come back, hopefully not that Sunday night, but at some point you have that optioning sheet filled out. And we will be there that week to kind of help you guys out and answer any questions with you or your parents or anything else. But the goal is to make sure that you have that done by April 10th.
Right, and so you'll go online over spring break or whenever, once you get the scheduling packet at home with all the information, you can go online, get all of your classes entered, and you are ready to go because you are in charge of your future.
Now, really take advantage of this time, guys. You guys have an opportunity. This is a chance for you guys to plan what your high school or at least what your next year looks like. Please take advantage of it. And just remember one thing. For those of you guys who in the past may not have turned in your optioning sheet, there are these wonderful people called high school counselors that if you don't turn in your optioning sheet and do the things that you're supposed to do, these wonderful people will select your classes for you. And then when you come and complain about it, we'll say, I'm sorry, you should have turned in your optioning sheet.
But we will be meeting with all of you throughout April and May to go over your credits, so you'll all have an understanding of how many credits and everything you have. So don't worry about that when you're doing when you go online to schedule your requests. We'll help you with that later on, but you go on in and do the best that you can so that we have 100% participation in online scheduling this year.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.